Live from the D&D studios in downtown Boston, it's showtime. Welcome to Hey, did you ever see that movie? I'm your host, Des, and as always, I'm joined by my lovely little co-host, Lynn.
So what did I buy for $7,000? A gorilla?
And joining us again, the podcaster with 1,000 potions, Mickey.
Hello, everyone.
And last but not least, the podcaster packing heat, Tony 2.0.
Was she falling or jumping?
That is a fucking key question. There's a key question. This week, we'll be discussing the 1991 mystery thriller Shattered, written and directed by Wolfgang Peterson, starring the great Tom Berenger, Bob Hoskins, Greta Scacchi, Joanne Welly Kilmer, and Corbin Burnson. I do that for you.
The streak continues where we have to have at least one name butchered, so it's perfect. Good work.
As always, this podcast will contain spoilers, so if you haven't seen the movie, go watch it, then come back and listen to the podcast. Dylan, let's run the trailer.
Between the secrets of the past
Your wife's been covering up for you all along.
and the perils of the present
What am I going crazy here?
is the nightmare you can't afford to forget. Your wildest dreams can't prepare you for the ending of Shattered.
All right, please take a minute to like, subscribe, and share. And if you'd like to help support the show, head over to our merch store at vvr.printify, printify.me, where you can pick up the Hey, Did You Ever See That Movie t-shirt or coffee mug. If you would like to see said merchandise before purchasing it, head over to our YouTube page. Go into the shorts. You can see me modeling said merch, and you can also listen to the episodes over there with nifty video overlays of the movies that we are talking about. And if you do that, I'd appreciate it if you would like, subscribe, comment, and share. On our next podcast, we will be back with Original Flavor Tony, where we will be doing Friday the 13th, Part 5 in the ongoing retrospective of the Friday the 13th franchise. We'll be taking this all the way to number 13, which was the fan fiction made movie. So there you go. We're going to do all 13 of them in a row. Number 5 coming up. Can't wait. Dylan, did we get an email this week?
We did. We got a nice message from Radio.
Hello, Radio.
Yes.
What's up, radio?
Radio said, epic episode for all the wrong reasons. Kudos to Tony. This dude walked into a literal furnace and casually collected everyone like a Pokemon and then strolled back out. Epic episode. Oh my God. Can't stop laughing. LMFAO. Great episode. Great episode. Des, this was a perfect episode. Honestly. Also learned so much about eyebrows and fake bush. Can't wait to watch the movie again.
Thanks, man. That was great.
Shit, man. That episode was fucking unhinged, man.
Yeah. Out of control completely.
They can't all be that. They can't all be that. But
Maybe
we'll
we
do
could
our
get radio to do a YouTube channel just reviewing our channel. That would be perfect.
best. Like, subscribe, and share. Like, subscribe, and share.
That's it. We can plug each other.
And I would just also really quickly like to point out, if you are listening because you are listening to the Friday the 13th retrospective, if you've left comments lately, we're not going to share them here. We're going to save them for the Friday the 13th episode. So do not panic. We will bring up your comments when we get to those episodes.
Yes. That's how we operate with these two different versions of the show. Okay. Let's head over to the box office. With a budget of $22 million and a box office gross of $11.1 million, this was a kick in the balls for the studio. Ouch.
Can't win them all.
No, you absolutely cannot. What do you guys think about playing a little game tonight?
Ooh, I like
Alright.
games.
I like games. Let's play a game.
Live from the Bob Barker Studios in Hollywood, California, it's time to play The Price is Right. We're looking for our first contestant. Mickey, come on down. And our second contestant is Tony. Come on down. And Delane, you are the final contestant on The Price is Right. Come on down. Welcome to Contestant Row. I have 5 items for you to bid on. The one of you closest to the retail price without going over will win the prize. Whoever wins the most prizes out of 5 will be today's champion. All right, let's get ready to play. Our first item up for bid is a party-sized bag of nacho cheese Doritos. Mickey, what is the retail price of those Doritos?
The party size of Doritos, I would say, is $8.39.
$8.39. Okay. The
Chips are fucking
shopping-
expensive.
Okay, Mickey's $8.39. Delin, how much are the Doritos?
I'm gonna go
Big
$7.
party pack. Make sure you specify it's a fucking
I
party
did,
pack.
and I did. She's right. I did say it's a party-sized bag.
Yeah, I'm gonna say $7.
$7 for Delin. And Tony, how much is the bag of Doritos?
All right, I'm gonna say $7.29.
$7.29. You've all gone over. The retail price of the Doritos is $5.49. Delin, you were closest, but you did go over.
Damn!
Wow.
That was a bunk question. Anyway,
Our second item up for bids is a 2-liter bottle of Dr. Pepper. Mickey, how much is the Dr. Pepper?
The fart juice is $2.19.
$2.19. And Delin, what is the retail price of the Dr. Pepper?
$2.99.
$2.99. And Tony, what is your bid on the Dr. Pepper?
unfortunately, $2.19 and $2.99 were probably the 2 best answers. So I'm going to stick right in the middle and go $2.49.
$2.49. The retail price of the Dr. Pepper is $2.97. Tony, you were closest without going over.
That's right.
Our third
Are you
item.
looking on your phone?
No, dear, I'm looking at Wolfgang Peterson movies on my phone.
Okay.
That's not that important. Tony's like cheating to win the. Okay.
Yeah, I'm sad and competitive, but I'm not that sad and
Oh my
competitive.
God,
okay?
that was quite a fucking. That was quite an accusation, Mickey.
It was quite an indictment on his
It
character.
really was. It really was.
See how much my wife cares about me?
I was like, damn. Okay. Our third item up for bid is a 2-ounce bottle of Nair moisturizing facial hair removal cream.
Oh, Jesus.
Mickey, how much is the hair removal cream?
I can smell it. I can
It
totally
smells like burnt skin.
Yeah. How big?
2 ounce. That's 2 ounces.
I'm gonna say $3.49.
$3.49. Dylan, how much is the 2-ounce bottle of Nair moisturizing facial hair removal cream?
$2.
$2 from Dylan. And Tony, what is your bid on the cream?
I'm going with $3.59.
$3.59. The actual retail price of the cream is $5.29. Tony, again, you have come closest without going over the price.
For 2 ounces?
2
That's
ounces?
little
Do you know how
tiny
small
thing.
that is? It's like this big.
It's very small. That's what she said. Our
But
fourth item up for bid is a basic John Deere rider mower. A basic model John Deere rider mower. Mickey, how much is the mower?
Fuck.
Mickey takes it so seriously. I love it. It's just junk.
Nick, do you want us to skip you and come back later?
No,
That's not how
I'm
this
gonna
works.
I'm gonna
damn.
say $599
She said
for a
$500.
riding. For
She
a
said
fi- for a
$599.
riding-
She
for a
said you
riding
can't take it
lawnmower.
back. She said $599.
Right? Riding lawnmower, right?
Yeah.
riding
1952, $599. Dwayne, what's your bid?
I'm gonna say $1,299, so $1,299.
$12.99. And Tony, as the only gender male on the panel, please give me a reasonable answer.
Reasonable. I don't know if I could do reasonable. I'm going to go at $9.99.
Oh my God. Okay. The retail price for the rider mower is $2,000. $750. Delin,
For the basic
you were
one?
closest. For the basic. Delin, you were closest. 2026.
Where the fuck are you shopping?
Yeah, what kind of store rips you off?
That's the John Deere. The John Deere store sells these mowers.
Website,
Oh.
John Deere website.
Damn.
Yes, John Deere website. Yeah, you can't buy anything.
What were
for
you getting? The one with the
$590.
front end loader and the fucking all the doodads and shit?
Not the basic. Basic. It's a basic.
Whatever.
Okay.
Next time I want a model number, man. Come on.
I
So
suck
right
at
now,
this game.
Tony and Delin are tied right now. But Tony would get the edge because he did not go over on one of his wins. So Delin, you have to get this to keep it alive. Mickey, you're out. Our fifth item up
love
for
here, no love.
bids. Our final item up for bids is a Samsung M9OH series mini LED 100-inch television. Mickey, how much is the 100-inch LED?
Fuck. I'm just gonna say 1,700.
1,700. Much better than your John Deere bid.
It's a fair guess. Yep.
Delin, how much is the television?
2,000.
$2,000 from Delin. And Tony, what is your bid on the television?
I'm going to go with 2001.
2001. The retail price of the television is $2,497. Tony, you have got it right again, and you have absolutely swept today's game. But it's not over yet. Let's head over to the Showcase Showdown. To win the 6 beautiful prizes that you have bid on today and be our grand champion, you must guess within $1,000 of the correct retail price of our final product. And today's final prize is a new car! Ah! We have the beautiful 2026 Ford Bronco Basic Package. Tony, what is your bid on the 2026 Ford Bronco?
40 grand.
40 grand. The retail price of the Bronco is $40,796. Oh my God. You've won the car. You've won the cream. You've won the chips. You've won the Dr. Pepper. You've won it all, my friend. And you'll be mowing your lawn on that John Deere mower.
I'd like to thank the Academy and my parents.
Holy
This is wonderful.
This
I just
man,
can't believe it.
this man needs to book himself a trip to Hollywood because he needs to get himself onto the fucking Price is Right. That was
I think
very...
you guys were texting before the show.
Dude,
Don't be a sore loser, Mick.
that last
I
one though.
Did you notice that he called you down, then he called Tony down, then he called me down, but then he let Tony go last on every round?
Yep. Well, I was trying to be chivalrous. I thought I'd let the ladies go
Chivalrous.
first.
Good word.
No,
Hi, listen.
if you have never watched The Price is Right, the last position is the fucking pole position. You're fucking in it.
If
Okay.
you do it right, that's true. You
all right,
do
so-
have a certain skill.
The new rule will be we will alternate. So next time Tony
Okay.
will go last, and Mickey will go first, and Glenn will go
Because
first.
he snaked me on that TV. You know it and I know it. And the cat knows it.
No mower for you. Okay. Let's do some opening thoughts on this one. First of all, before I do my opening thoughts, I want to run this around the table. So I'm assuming this was basically a new watch for everybody.
I had seen this when it first came out because I was in the theater that I used to run. Several
That's
times I saw it. But it's funny because we were watching it. And I'm like, I don't remember this part. Like it was so long ago that I don't like. I remembered bits and pieces, but not
Okay.
the guts of it.
Gotcha. And I thought that I had seen it. And then we started watching it and I wasn't sure, but I got the twist ending by about halfway through. Like, I mean, I had it. Like, I looked at the Lynn, I said, this is what it is. And then when it happened, I was like, oh my God, I fucking knew it. So I don't know if I just saw it and somewhere in my dusty fucking broken mind, the answers to the tests were there.
And I also think too, like I told Tony, like this came out way before like the M. Night Shyamalan twist endings. And
Right. Yeah.
it was really one of the, that I can recall, one of the first like really good twisty,
Yeah.
like plot twists.
Yeah. I mean, it was right there with like Usual Suspects. Like it had that, like I thought the twist ending was fucking dynamite. I mean, you have to suspend a lot of disbelief to get there.
Yes.
But it's good. Tony, had you ever seen the movie?
I did. I actually rented it back when VHS was the thing, and you went to your local family-owned video
Nice.
or Blockbuster or whatever. It's one of the first movies I think I ever rented in a VHS tape format, and I remember it more fondly than I think rewatching. But we'll get to that at some point in the future.
So did you remember the twist ending going into it though?
I didn't.
You didn't. And did
No.
you catch it before it was revealed?
No,
You didn't.
didn't see it. Didn't see it coming.
Okay.
Got ambushed.
And Delyn, we watched it together. It was the first time for you, correct?
Yes.
And aside from me blurting out the ending when I figured it out, do you think you were going to pick that up before it happened?
Maybe not. I definitely was starting to catch on, especially the stuff with Jenny. That
Yeah.
was kind of starting to lead me in that direction.
Yes.
But
That's
I don't know if I quite would have gotten there when you did or before you did. So
Right. Let me give you a quick synopsis. After a horrific car wreck leaves a man with amnesia, he slowly begins to unravel his shocking past. There it is.
there you go. While driving at night along the Northern California coast, architect Dan Merrick and his wife Judith are involved in a car wreck. Dan suffers major injuries and brain trauma, resulting in psychogenic amnesia. After extensive plastic surgery, Dan returns home in Judith's care. Dan relies on those close to him to try to restore his past, including his business partner Jeb Scott and Jeb's wife Jenny. Dan had frequent flashbacks he believes to be events that led up to the car crash, but he can't quite stitch it all together. Dan finds discrepancies in the stories about his former self. He stumbles upon photographs of Judith sleeping with another man, and upon his return to work finds an expensive bill to a pet store and follows up with his proprietors, Gus Klein. Gus says the payment was for services provided as a private investigator to follow Judith, and it revealed she was cheating with a man named Jack Stanton.
Cool.
So, the first thing about this movie is, fuck, it's corny. It's fucking corny. These lovemaking scenes with the crashing waves. Like, we had our issues with the Basic Instinct sex scenes, but this was like, what am I fucking looking at? Are you kidding me with this shit?
I'm sorry, but I love it when the New England comes to the front. What am I fucking looking at here?
I literally have in my notes, holy fuck, over dramatized sex scene. Who the fuck has sex in a hospital bed?
Yes.
Yeah, that was my favorite. In a single hospital bed with that shitty mattress that's about 2.5 inches thick.
I say to Des, I go, this is like Metallica's one video. SOS. Help
Mickey.
me.
So last week, last episode, we were talking, and you were specifically saying, "God, I hope we get a hotter fucking leading man for our sex scene next time," because like we've just had like one gross dude after another, and we're gonna get fucking Tom Berenger in like a Rocky Dennison mask with gushing waves of weirdness. I'm like, well, we didn't get it this week. That's for damn sure. It was.
And the sun shining on my face.
Exactly.
It's like. No
Sunshine on my
offense.
face.
You get it?
Yeah, I get it.
Here's the that I am 100% with Delyn though, that it was so over the top and just like all over their faces again. Like it may have been on par with the Michael Douglas thing.
No,
It was pretty.
worse.
It was
This
pretty
was
gnarly.
Worse. This was worse.
This was cornier. That was trying to be like
No,
so
this-
corny.
Dude, this wasn't. What could be cornier than Michael Douglas shoving his fingers up her nose while he's banging her?
I'll tell you though, what irritated me more, believe it or not, than that sex scene was and it was like they forgot to do it later on in the movie. But there was several times at the beginning of the movie where they had the flashbacks of the glass shattering.
Yes.
Yes.
And then it's like they forgot to do it for the rest of the movie.
Until
Right.
the very end. And then at the very end,
Yeah.
they did it again.
Yeah. That annoyed me so much. But that sex scene was pretty gross.
It was fucking nasty. So the first thing I noticed about this movie was it was really giving me Total Recall vibes. Did any of you get the Total Recall thing out of this, where you've got the guy with amnesia and he's getting his past like given to him by different characters in the movie, trying to piece together what happened, and you don't know which you can trust and which you can't?
You know what was really funny was you did mention Total Recall when we were watching it. So when I was doing my notes, I went back to look. Total Recall came out the year before this.
Oh, really?
So, yeah. So this is after Total Recall. So if that's the case,
it's almost like it was hitting me like it was really close to the mark. Like
I didn't think about it until you just said it, but now I'm like, oh, maybe.
The way the story was unraveling was done in the exact same fashion. Again, where you've got different characters coming to him saying, oh, this is what happened. And as the viewer, you're like, who can I trust here? Like, the wife's obviously not a narrator that you can trust. You got Jenny, you've got the private detective. Like, I just thought it was really fun, kind of the way, Arnold Schwarzenegger had his buddy that worked with him at the construction site, his, obvious weird wife that's been put in place to keep, same thing. It was very close, very, very close. So next we're going to get this car accident. It's pretty much the first thing in the movie. We see the car like zipping down this little like path, this little curvy path. Tony, did you notice this? So from when they show the wall that the car's about to break through, you can see the cutout perfectly where the car's going to come through. Like they had removed all the grout. They had just stacked the boulders up and you could see the grout everywhere else. I said to Delin before it happened, I go, you watch, the car's going right through that fucking space.
Oh, I didn't even notice that.
So my question was this. So was this something that like special effects did to make the car go through the wall easier for the movie? Or is this part of the plot of the movie where they went ahead of time and removed the rocks, the grout, put it back up so the car would actually go through the wall and off the cliff?
No.
Guaranteed.
She did not premeditate. I mean, that's jumping ahead. She did not premeditate like that.
Okay.
So it was for special effects. And I mean, quite frankly, you're talking 22 million, just the 2 car crashes alone.
Right.
It has eaten up most of your budget. They couldn't send the car through actual mortar and stone. Those were probably foam,
Yeah, probably. Yeah. And the scene of him tumbling down through the car. Oh my God, dude. It was great. I thought it was great.
Yeah, it was
Tony.
good.
No, I absolutely agree. I tried to think back and said, what is $22 million in 1991 money? But yeah, the car scenes are how do we say it? They're as realistic, I think, as 1991 without CGI or without the benefit of technology can give you. And you see it later when they return to the vehicle because oddly they left it there. Apparently in California, when you wreck a car down a mountain, you don't go get it. Don't go and call a tow truck. Just leave it there. Don't worry, it'll rust in place. You'll be fine. But because he returns to like see it, and I'm like, man, that was a good Thunderbird gone bad. But
I know
they did do a nice job. And the other thing too is that how do we say it? They make weird references to like alcohol. Oh, we were so fucked up. And
yeah.
And I'm like, so you're hauling ass down a shitty, windy 1-lane road
in
on the
rain.
side of a mountain, you know what I mean, in Marin County. What are you people thinking? But
well, she was an idiot.
Well, and I think she was like the Stepford wife. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, honey, whatever you say, honey.
I love
and you look at her and you go,
though.
fuck it, I don't trust. Like Des said, who do you trust? I don't trust anybody.
Yeah.
Corbin Burnson, I mean, not to get into it early, but, no one seems to be very genuine right off the get-go. You know what I mean?
I do like the detective. I do like Gus.
Bob Hoskins was the best part of this movie.
Yeah, honestly,
my favorite character.
I concur. He's the best actor in the film.
And the body ragdolling in the car. I thought that was a pretty good effect. I mean, it was human fucking
That was
dishwasher.
a great scene.
Yeah, almost as good as the Rocky Dennis face when he's being stitched up and they're dabbing at him with a Q-tip. I'm like, what the fuck is that gonna do?
It's like,
here, we'll fix your face. Too bad your head's got a huge divot in it. We're gonna dab at you with a Q-tip. What the fuck?
It's like his mother licking a napkin. Like,
Yeah, you got a little something on your face.
All right, so talking about that, we get to the hospital scene where Dan's face is like literally the elephant
Purple hamburger.
Dude,
yeah.
it is like, and it was funny because I'm looking at it and I'm thinking to myself, this is over the top. Why are they making it this fucked up? Of course, we're going to realize at the end when we get the twist ending why they did this. They couldn't just have it be like, kind of fucked up. I thought the makeup looked great. I did. I thought the face looked excellent. And then me and Dylan laughed because we get Dr. Bad News, right? The guy comes
my
into
God, he
Dan's
was
wife's
horrible.
he comes into Dan's wife's hospital room and he's like, "You're a lucky girl. It's too bad I can't say the same for your husband." She fucking thinks he's dead.
Yeah,
she breaks
freaks
down
out.
in tears and goes, "Oh, I mean, he's fine. He's fine." I just,
He's alive. He's alive. He just
not
looks like
as lucky
hamburger
as-
helper.
Like, this guy needs to work on his fucking bedside manner.
I think
Yeah.
Tony and I made the same comment, like, wow, like Dr. Doom over here.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
I mean, it's a wonder the guy didn't get slapped, you know?
She starts crying. He's like, no, he's not dead. He's fine. It's, it's just not as lucky as you, really, is all I was trying to
It
say.
just looks like he got hit by a frying pan over and over and over again.
God. It's something out of fucking Casino. Um, so let's talk about the surgery. So Dan goes from an unrecognizable mask of scars and stitches to a handsome guy with minimal scars. And this is where I had to really suspend my disbelief because they're showing stuff like his lips are split, completely gone, like from his lip down to his chin, from his chin up to his nose. And like within like 48 hours, it just looks like Tom Berenger like cut himself shaving. Like, it's fine. He looks fine. Like, there's no way. I did also notice, they're reconstructing this guy's face from a picture of Tom Berenger, which is very important, you
Yes.
know?
Yeah, you think they would have been nice enough to say like 6 months later or something, you know what I mean? To give us
Anything, yes.
a little time jump, clue me in here, I'm surprised they didn't put like, speed goo on his face so that it can
Dude.
heal faster or something. It's like, dude, come on.
It's like in a YouTube video, 45 minutes later, and it's Tom Berenger.
It's perfect.
It's perfect. Holy shit. It kind of reminded me of Vanilla Sky with Tom Cruise, where his face is completely destroyed. He's wearing the mask, and the next thing you know, he's fine. But in that movie, it's a lucid dream. So
Right.
it can be looked aside. We already talked about the ocean waves and the sex. That was so fucking weird, but I just think we had to laugh about it one more time because when it came on, Dylan and I were grabbing each other in tears. Like, are you fucking? It was like some sort of like a cologne commercial or something. I don't know, like
Yes.
the waves
High
of
karate. Yeah.
Your wind song stays on my mind. Like,
Strange, steel vagina. And finally, Mickey, this one's going right to you. This pet shop. Oh my God. I was like, somebody's going to call the ASPCA. Like,
Immediately.
there's like 80-pound dogs in like bird cages. It was fucking,
I know.
holy
I know.
shit.
But like Bob Hoskins' character Gus is so beguiling. Like, you cannot if I walked in there, I'd be pissed until I met Gus, and then I'd be like, all right, let's do something about this. Like, do you know what I mean? He's just so like, how do you not love this guy?
No. And the character felt like it genuinely cared about pets. The problem was when you've got like 5, 30-pound dog carriers stacked on top of each other with like 70-pound fucking German Shepherd stuffed into them.
Well, how about just, the snake randomly slithering around the shop?
the monkey shitting itself in diapers? There are cats everywhere.
You don't have one of those, do you? No? Okay.
I'd like a monkey in a diaper.
My mother had a monkey for a pet. My mother, all right, we're not going to go into therapy today, but my mother had some weird pets. So she had
Sounds like we're gonna.
she had a monkey and she had moved back in with her father, and the monkey was this crazy little chimp, and it would like chuck stuff at my grandfather out of the cabinets, and it was out of control. And then I lived with my mother in Plymouth for a little while, and she had a fucking destunked skunk named Bonanza. So I had a skunk named Bonanza.
Oh,
Yeah, Bonanza the skunk.
Great name, by the way.
Yeah.
I would have loved that.
Yeah, I don't remember much about it. I mean, I remember my mother just being like, don't pet it like a cat. Dylan,
No, I'm not touching that.
anybody else got anything else on this?
Don't
Yeah.
pet it like a cat.
How are you supposed to pet? You're not
Like a
supposed to touch
skunk,
this-
silly.
Don't make eye contact.
Listen, here's what I think happened. My mother was a crazy fucking hippie freak. I wouldn't be surprised if that thing just followed her into the house and she was like, "You're our pet and your name is Bonanza now. Don't touch it and don't scare it."
Okay, moving right along.
I love it. I love it.
Did anybody notice the doctors in the red scrubs? Is that like all I could see as I looked at that and I go, "Oh, sexy!" That these guys are apparently so special. It was like for either foreshadowing death or they were from what the hell's the name of that show you watched with Blessed Be? What the hell's the name of that series?
Oh, Handmaid's Tale.
Handmaid's Tale. I'm like, who the fuck wears red scrubs? What is it? Just hide the blood better? What are you doing?
Actually,
so.
Tony,
Notice.
you're onto something there. You're onto something there. I think hospitals workers should wear red scrubs. It's like,
Okay.
so I'm a painter, been painting, 35 years. And I said to my boss one day, I'm like, why do we wear whites? I go, first of all, anytime you see a guy in like white painter's clothes, you automatically think this guy's an alcoholic. What a piece of shit. Right. So I'm like,
Sometimes the stereotypes are true, Des.
Yes,
Sorry.
yes. So
Yes.
right off the bat, that's bad. And second of all, it shows off the paint like crazy. So I showed up to work in fucking like brown work pants and a fucking one of our work shirts. My boss like, that looks good. And that was it. Everybody had to wear that going forward. And we
There you
dumped
go.
the alcoholic whites.
Well, I think because white was such a popular color. It's a ceiling color.
I'm going to tell you why.
Go for
So what happened was, and you're very correct, traditionally everything was painted in white back in the day. Like I worked for a historical painting company in Hingham, and what we would do is we would remove lead paint from these historical houses. It would be hot. I wouldn't wear my respirator, and I just huff that shit in all day long, which is why I'm mentally broken now. And we
That's
would
not
paint
why.
it.
No, that's
And we
not
would-
wise, right?
It's because I fucking had a pet named Bonanza and a hippie mother. Did you guys know that I lived in a hippie cult for a while up in upstate New York, and I was watched by.
I don't know. I don't know if it was a cult, but okay.
Oh
I
no,
like
it was
that.
a
Oh,
cult.
no, this was a cult.
Really?
There was a cult. There was like 10 of them. One of them's name was Mushroom, and
Well, you know what they say: you are what you eat. Des.
yes,
you are what you
I
eat.
was rescued by my grandfather and state troopers. They burst in just at the
Get
moment.
out of here, really?
Yes, just at the
That's
moment.
like a
they were
movie.
about to-
That's like a
they were-
Lifetime movie.
They were going to
Wow.
do me in. They were getting ready to do me in. They decided my
Human
Sacrifice.
mother-
sacrifice or what?
that my mother went out to the store, and while she was gone, they're like, "She's not worthy parent. We must kill this child." And the fucking
Damn.
police burst in and saved me. Yes, there was
What?
a picture. There was a picture of me on the state trooper's shoulders wearing the big hat after being rescued.
Nice.
Des, that's like a Lifetime movie.
Yeah, no shit, Des.
Some
Let's
fucked
sell the
up
rights
shit.
to your story.
Some fucked up shit. That's just
Come
one
on,
chapter.
man.
That's just one chapter, folks.
We
Okay.
don't get this. We don't get this CAFX sponsorship. We're gonna write your autobiography.
Dude, I led that whole thing off, starting with the skunk with, we're not going to go into therapy here.
Here
And then
we
I
are.
revealed that
I
was
told
in
you we were gonna. You know it.
a hippie cult. All right, Dylan, keep this thing rolling.
Okay.
What the fuck.
Jenny accuses Judith of planning the accident to eliminate Dan. To Judith, he's worth more dead than alive. Gus, who initially refused to help Dan any further, appears at the office and says that after thinking some more, he believes that Dan might be right, that something odd is happening. Dan taps the phones and overhears the maid telling her that Jack Stanton had sent her a message. Judith freaks out and drives to an old shipwreck slated for removal by Dan's company. Assuming the wreck is key and remembering his past, Dan has its removal postponed. As he works with Gus to keep tabs on his wife with the wiretap, Dan tails her to a hotel where she and Stanton are scheduled to meet, but Stanton leaves and a chase ensues through a wooded area. After gunshots are fired from Stanton's car, Dan and Gus crash while Stanton escapes. Like we said, we're getting flashes of other movies. We're getting Total Recall. We're getting these like Memento, like movies where like you're learning as the main character learns about things, right?
Mm-hmm.
This also, you have to remember, this Total Recall was based on a short story that came out in the 60s. So, this is something that people play with over the years.
And this was based on a novel that's somewhat similar.
Oh,
really?
Plastic Nightmare. Yeah.
Yes,
Oh, I
and
didn't
I
know
don't
that.
think that this is a Total Recall ripoff. That's not what I'm trying to say. I'm just
No,
saying
no,
it's
no,
a
no.
very interesting storytelling structure that they're using
Adaptation.
here.
Right.
Yeah. I get a kick out of the guy that worked at the hotel. As soon as he starts with his shtick and trying to get the tips, I start calling him a tattoo, and Des is dying.
Yes.
I'm calling him tattoo.
Yes.
The tip.
Does the tip. I'm like, this guy's tattoo.
I cannot remember his face.
I just want to be the guy who only has hundreds in his pocket. You know what I
Right.
mean? It's rough up there in Marin County.
Right?
And that's in the 90s.
Yeah, when $100 bought you stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so this movie is full of information dumps. And again, what's fun about it is we don't really know who to trust as a narrator in this. And Dan is going to get a huge one here over this drum set at the dinner party from Corbin, we'll call him for this. And we're going to find out that Dan's a piece of shit. Him and his wife have a marriage that's basically on the rocks. He's going to tell Dan, you treat your wife like shit. And this is going to be one of the first hints to, what is going on here. Then Jenny is going to give us another information dump, and she's going to notice that Dan's hands don't look right. She's looking at the hands and she goes, oh, how could they? She knows this isn't Dan. And I know this isn't Dan. Right at that moment, I said, that's not Dan. I didn't know who it was. I just knew it wasn't Dan. Did you guys pick up on any of that?
I mean, I knew that earlier, and it was such a throwaway line. Earlier in the movie, they say, Judith says, oh, well, Jenny, she's all weird with the astrology and the palm reading.
Right. Yes.
Yeah.
And she grabs his hands and looks at them, and she's like, no, no, no. So she looks at his hands are completely different than they used to be. And if they were lovers, if they were having an affair, as she claims they did, she would know his hands. She would have looked at his hands.
Yeah, she would have had plenty of experience, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
The other thing, too, is you can tell, first of all, I love Joanne Whaley Kilmer is a wonderful actress, if you ask me. So I'm a little partial. But the way she looks at Dan from the jump and the fact that Corbin Burnson doesn't object, I'm like, welcome to California. It's got to be an open marriage because she's devouring him with her eyes. And he's like, whoa, I don't know. And it's like, what the fuck are you not picking up here, bro?
I loved the whole thing where he's like, she just spends my money. And then they go into the other room and the girl, Judith, says, so what did you buy with the money? And she goes, who gives a fuck, or whatever she says.
Yeah.
Because my husband's completely absent in our lives, so fuck him. Yeah.
But what really tipped me off was when Jeb was telling Dan, what a piece of shit he is towards her, how bad their marriage is. They basically hate each other. They both cheat. It's fine. And that's not the vibe I'm getting from her.
Right.
She's like, I love you. Oh, let's leave. Let's run away together. We have a fairy tale. And it's just like, what? Something's not jiving here.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
You know what, too? But her delivery is so flat.
Yes.
It's almost like passionless. You know how when somebody tells you they love you, usually there's a little more oomph on that statement. She's just like, la, 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 la.
Oh, very similar to Schwarzenegger's wife in Total Recall.
Sharon Stone.
Yeah, who's who totally plays him like a fiddle, right?
Yes. I'd have no problem. Play me, baby.
So play me, I love it.
The private investigator, we got to talk about him. This character is the warmest, realest character in the movie. He reminds me of Columbo, one of my favorite shows ever.
I wrote the same thing, Des. Nice.
Yes.
Said, what kind of fucking Columbo is he?
And we're going to get a bunch of little details in this that I thought were very clever as well. Like when Dan is at his house and he notices the picture of himself with a pipe. And he goes, oh, I smoke a pipe. So he starts looking around. He finds the pipe, which leads him to the microfilm. I thought it was clever. I thought the script was very, very tightly written for something that was going to give us so many twists, so many turns, so many liars. I thought it was very, very tightly written script. And I thought that scene particularly was pretty clever.
Yes.
So finally, we're going to get this car chase. And every time we get a car chase, this is giving me Basic Instinct vibes. It's San Francisco. It's the coastline. These shots, like there was one shot that came up to Lynn and I went, oh my God, that's the same road from fucking Basic Instinct going down to fucking Sharon Stone's house. It may have been stock footage. I don't even know. I was like, I've seen this before.
And then there was one when it's from Dirty Harry, right? Tony said?
Yeah,
Yes.
in the scene where he gets off right before the Golden Gate Bridge, it's the same scene. I think it was Magnum Force, where they shoot the pimp in the face. It's either David Soul or the other guy there, the young lions. And it's like, I'm like, I love stock scenes from different places, but I think the coast was actually from Oregon. a lot of that
really?
hilly, crazy stuff. They
Oh.
did some shoots in Northern Oregon,
Nice.
and it's beautiful. But regardless, they did a great job of framing it in either place.
I mean, really, any movie that's shot in San Francisco, you're going to say, you know, that reminded me of that movie, you know. So this had Dirty Harry. This had Basic Instinct. This had, you know,
Pacific Heights.
Yeah,
Specific
absolutely.
Heights, like you name it. San Francisco is just a great place to shoot movies in.
Yeah,
Good backdrop.
super backdrop.
You know, all these elevations and these steep streets, and it just really suits itself to great car chases and whatnot.
That night at home, Dan arms himself and lies in wait. At gunpoint, an intruder is revealed to be Judith, disguised as Jack Stanton. She explains that Stanton's actually dead, killed by Dan on the night of the accident. Judith had intended to stop the affair with Stanton. Judith says she and Dan covered up the murder by disposing of Stanton's body in the shipwreck. When Dan reveals that he's postponed the ship's removal, Judith becomes hysterical and suggests that they should flee. Dan receives a phone call from Jenny imploring him to see her, but when Dan arrives, he finds her dead. He's confronted at that point by Gus, who followed him thinking Dan must have murdered Stanton. Pleading for his life, Dan convinces Gus to visit the shipwreck, and they head there. So Des has it figured out by this point in the movie, or very close to it. But honestly, these clues are really well done. You know, like for a kind of cheesy early 90s movie, it's pretty well done. Jenny looking at Dan's hands, being distraught. If you had forgotten that throwaway line, you're going to be confused. But these are like, they did the breadcrumb dropping, and I appreciate it. I appreciate that they took the time to really kind of weave a tale, if you will.
So let me address this, though. I try to imagine if I'd seen this in 91, would I have got this twist ending? No fucking way. I knew that there was a twist ending. I review movies every fucking other week. I was looking for this. And I think I saw this back in the day, at least enough. I was aware of this. So I think this ending might have been in the back of my head somewhere. But going in, I didn't remember the movie. I felt like I was watching it for the first time, and I did figure it out, but take it with a grain of salt.
Yeah, I think I agree with you. And I think, you know, back in 91, like I said before, like there wasn't a lot of the twists in movies back then like there are now. And I just remember going, oh my God, like when you figure out the twist or whatever. And then when I rewatched it last night, I kind of remembered the gist, but I couldn't remember exactly what the twist was. And it was almost like watching it for the first time. And you're right. The clues, the little breadcrumbs they dropped were so well done. I wish the acting had been a little better.
Well, Mickey, it wasn't just the crumbs. It was also the misdirects. Like when we get Jack supposedly pulling up in the red Porsche, and you're like, oh,
yes.
Because I had started to think, you know, maybe Dan might be Jack. But then that happened. I'm like, fuck, Jack is here. So that theory's dead, you know. But then we get to the room and, you know, she tells him Jack is dead. And I'm right back. I'm like, oh, wait, maybe so I'm flip-flopping on my own investigation. The directors got me kind of chasing my tail in circles. I thought it was really great. We get this concept of Dan postponing the removal of the ship, right? And on the surface, it looks like he screwed himself, right? She says, you know, what did you do? The evidence is in that ship, and now you're going to get fucking tied to this murder. And we're like, oh, fuck, he fucked himself, you know? But what's great is this ultimately preserves the evidence that it makes Gus know that he's innocent. So again, it's really, really tightly written script. You're flipping, you're flopping. It's like nothing this director is writing or this writer is doing isn't paying off in spades. Mickey, you nailed it. If the acting was better and this had a higher budget, let's say, for the actors, if we had just got one level above all of these actors, Corbin Burnson, he's good. Tom Berenger, he's good. But Tom Berenger is a character actor in like Major League, you know?
Yeah.
Give me Charlie Sheen here. Give me just a step above, the next level. And you tie that together with this writing, really, really good. Really, really good.
Yeah.
Agreed. I agree. I just wish maybe it was what they had to work with, but they could have totally done without the over the top cheesy love scenes. And I was telling Tony last night, like even the music was very Basic Instinct. Like, just the over dramatized like saxophone and I don't know, like it was just.
The sex scene hurt the movie. It hurts the movie.
Yeah.
It drags it down.
I agree.
Especially so early in the movie because you're like, oh, fucking kill me.
Any time in the movie, you can't give me fucking ocean waves. I don't want to see ocean waves. That's a
And
problem.
no offense, but I don't care how badly you miss your spouse, who bangs like that in a hospital bed?
That really bothered you.
It really did. No one
offensive.
fucking came in to check on him.
Yeah,
Jesus
it's not
Christ.
like
When I was in the hospital, somebody came in every fucking 20 minutes.
He wasn't plugged up to anything, you know what I mean? But it's the kind of thing where you're right. There's nothing sexy about a hospital. You know what I mean?
No.
It's not an attractive place to decide you're going to get busy, but
yeah, it's not like getting
Whatever.
a blowjob on a cross country trip with your children asleep in the back seat, right, Tony? It's fine. They were asleep.
hey,
It's fine.
you take it where you can get it, Des. Come on.
Please, if you guys haven't listened to the vacation episode where
Please go
Tony
back. Check it
tries to defend Clark for trying to get a beaner in the car in front of his kids.
Fucking
please,
A, man.
please go back and listen to that episode. It's really good. It's
Why
good.
not? You know, those long, boring car trips, got to spice it up.
They're asleep. Go ahead.
Gross.
Mommy's tired.
That's it.
So finally, we're going to get the scene at Jenny's where Gus finds Dan, kneeling over Jenny's dead body. Now, Tony, I'm going to throw this off to you. I have a problem with this scene. Gus literally calls 911, stays on just long enough for the call to be traced, hangs it up, leaves his fingerprints everywhere. He's the only one that's been there that's a stranger now that doesn't belong there. Like, the only set of prints they're going to find in this place that don't belong there are fucking Gus's. Like, I was just waiting for him to like just touch the knife with every finger and I don't know, put some spit on her face for some DNA.
Okay. Yeah, and the best part is too, he asks for a certain officer. I need to speak to Lieutenant Kendall or whatever the fuck his name was. And it's like, please hold. Because he doesn't call 911. He called the goddamn,
You're right.
the
You're right.
department or
Yeah.
something.
Top
There's been a
investigator.
murder. A click. Okay. Like, what the fuck, dude?
Like, you might want to wipe down that phone phone
Yeah,
before
well,
you
yeah.
leave. I don't know.
Again, don't concern yourself with these modern trivialities. They weren't even doing DNA in 91. It's all
No,
right.
you're right. You're actually right.
But they were doing fingerprinting. And don't you think you'd fingerprint
Right.
the phone?
Of
You would
course,
think.
but
You
you
would
know,
think.
we'll worry about her body and what's going on with it later, or what's the big deal. We got shit to do, places to go, people to see.
There's a couch right next to her and he puts his hand on it to like push himself up. I'm like, he's got a full palm print of all his fingerprint
if-
on the
dude,
couch next to the dead
Look at
body.
you, look at
if
you,
I-
super sleuths here.
If
Nice.
I was Dan when we finally got to the ship, I would have looked at Gus and been like, man, you left your fingerprints all over that murder scene. You're fucked, buddy. I personally didn't touch anything. I was never there. Oh, fuck.
Crawling into the abandoned ship, Dan and Gus find a chemical storage container. Dan dredges up the body of a man who looks exactly like himself. Dan realizes he is not Dan Merrick at all. He is actually Jack Stanton. In a flashback, it is revealed that an abusive Dan confronted his wife Judith with evidence of her infidelity. She called for help, and Jack raced to her home, arriving too late to prevent her from shooting her husband in the head. Jack wanted to go to the police, but Judith convinced him to cover up the murder and hide Dan's body. Judith had banked on the chemical dissolving Dan's body, but because it was actually formaldehyde, you fucking idiot, she had just preserved it. After
Oops,
dumping
whoops.
the body, oopsie. After dumping the body, Jack told Judith he wanted out of the relationship. This angered her, so she dove out of the car while sending it and Jack down the cliff. So by now, Judith should have cancer of the lower leg from wading through that toxic water a few months ago. She doesn't need to worry about Dan or his money or anything because her legs are melting. So, I mean, I'm not really sure what the problem is. For Dan and Gus to wade through that shit was unreal. Get a fucking board. You know, there's all this stuff here. Grab something. What are you doing?
I was thinking the same thing. Like, that's fucking gnarly. Like, why would you
There's
want
like
to do
little
that?
barrels with like corrosive.
I know.
And sadly too, it's like it's got like that fake smoke and it's kind of bubbling up in one section. And I'm like, this looks like a combination between the Frankenstein laboratory and like a nuclear waste site or something. Like, who would do that?
Dan had already been there once. You would have thought he'd be like, hey, let's stop at Walmart and get some fucking waiters, you know?
Yeah, I'm gonna get some hip waders on this mother because it's
Oh
gonna
my
get nasty.
God.
Exactly.
And they both just kind of flop into it like, oh,
Oh, they're spitting the water out like they're in a pool.
And then and I'm sorry. So she thought that the stuff would corrode the body or whatever.
Yeah,
but
the
he just
formaldehyde.
reaches in and
Yeah.
grabs it.
Good point. Good point.
Yeah.
Well, it
Important
says
question.
beware chemical area. It doesn't say beware hazardous chemicals. So he's
Right.
like, fuck it, I'll give it a whirl.
I mean, formaldehyde is still a very,
right.
Yeah.
You don't want to be, but you know what? He has to know, Mick.
Yeah.
Because he can see the hair and the top of the head. And
But
he's
still,
just,
would
he's
you
gotta piece
fucking
it
reach your
together.
arms in neon green, gross, cloudy water?
Probably
No, I
not,
would not.
But then
No,
again,
I would
I'm
not.
a little too logical for
Yeah.
most. What I'm going to tell you. You know, it's a suspension of belief.
It's an excellent point, though. It says fucking hazardous waste. You're not going to reach into that fucking thing.
No.
Let's just see what's in here. Let's pick them up. Oh,
I would like to say though that I noticed that they made the OG Dan, like the real Dan, the body, look a lot smoother than the real Berenger. So you believe that this dude had a face reconstruction, right?
He's been soaking.
But hold on. But if I'm Tom Berenger,
soaking.
am I insulted?
So, I mean, the problem here with the whole thing is the character just looked too much like Tom Berenger. It just didn't work. Like, what they should have done here was it should have been his twin brother, and she's having an affair with his twin brother. And then this whole thing works. You don't have to give us the Rocky Dennison mask in the beginning. We don't have to, like, it's just that, you know, even if it's his unknown twin brother. I don't know.
Who has a twin brother they don't, know about, dude?
Tony, that would be a
What,
stretch.
are they
wouldn't it?
separated at birth? I mean, come on.
That would be a stretch. I didn't think
Yeah,
that through.
I think
didn't
so.
think that through.
Plus, you know, the story or the novel it's based on was called "It's the Plastic Nightmare," as in plastic surgery. Henceforth,
Plastic
the plastic surgery is kind of contiguous to the whole plot of the film. But hey,
well, and then she pisses me off because he's like, "You're fucking psycho. I'm done with you." And she's like, "What do you mean? We're gonna run away?" Her eyes are bugging out of her head. We're gonna run away together.
Okay, that
she's
scene,
so breathy and bad in certain scenes. It's like, come on.
that one reminded me of Vanilla Sky with Tom Cruise when
I don't remember that.
well, because it's such a great movie. Where what's her face from Something About Mary?
Cameron Diaz.
Yeah, where Diaz, drives him off a bridge and she commits suicide with him in the car.
Yes.
So same thing, And in that one, I'm thinking the same thing. Punch her in the face and grab the steering wheel. Like, that's it. Just knock her out and grab the steering wheel.
Well, no offense, she's doing what, like 75 fucking miles an hour, and the roads are like this, and she's
Yes.
going, "But will you love me?" And you
Put your eyes
she's,
on the fucking
not
road,
even
for Christ's sake.
looking at the road.
I'm nervous. I don't like it. I don't like it.
If that were my husband, he'd be going 10 and 2, Judith, 10 and 2.
Oh, God. I drive like an old lady.
By the way, I will say that vehicle over the cliff actually looks awesome. Much better than the Thunderbird, the Mercedes, where
Yes.
she goes airborne and is like
Yes.
suspended.
Oh,
in
it's
the
like Mary
air.
Poppins, like coming
Yeah.
off a fucking chimney with a fucking
it was
umbrella.
a hardcore stunt. And the best part is it leans over perfectly, right? Engine's a little heavier than the rear end.
Yes.
So the car just politely noses over and goes down. And boom. It was pretty awesome.
I've got a comment on that we'll get to. But finally, in this section, we get the flashback scene that's going to explain everything. What did you guys think? I thought that was really good. For me, it was that moment in Usual Suspects where the detective realizes, Kobayashi on the bottom of the mug and starts looking at the board behind him. And the whole thing is just comes unraveled in, 120 seconds. You just understand everything. I thought it was fucking dynamite.
Yeah, I really liked the way that they did it too, because you get a wrap up really quickly, but that's okay. Like, I wasn't insulted by that at all. His memory comes back, he gets it, and oh shit.
They just should have done without the breaking glass dumb shit.
Yeah.
It just looked like a cheesy bad. It was just a cheesy effect.
Yeah,
Like they didn't need
it makes it feel like a B movie, just like the fucking
Yeah.
And,
the
and
ocean
honestly,
waves.
too, the sound that goes with the breaking glass was just as bad as the glass itself.
Yeah.
Terrible.
So it's like nothing here is good. Let's just shit can it and start over.
Yeah, it's like a fucking Corey Hart music video or something. It was fucking terrible.
Corey Hart?
That was very specific.
Well,
Yeah, there you go.
Was that his name? Corey Hart, Sunglasses at Night?
Carrie
Yeah.
Hart? Corey Hart?
No, Carrie Hart
Corey
was
Hart.
the motocross freestyle
Oh, yeah.
guy.
That married Pink.
Mary Pink, she says. Okay.
But he
let's
did, didn't
keep-
he?
Yeah, they're
Yes,
still
he
married.
did marry
Yeah.
Pink.
Yeah, there you go.
No, same. She's got her finger on the pulse of what's going on.
I was like, who the fuck are you talking about? But okay.
No, she nailed it.
Corey
Uh,
Hart
she-
is Canadian. That's the problem.
She actually cheated on poor Carrie Hart with Tommy Lee. That must be tough to go back to. You know, like
Yikes.
yikes.
Ooh.
Like he broke the fucking tamale. All right, let's keep rolling.
Oh.
Tommy, if you're listening, we're sorry, but we got to call it like we see it, bro.
Yeah, I wouldn't be
And
psyched
everyone
about
saw
my-
it.
I wouldn't be psyched
Papa
about
did-
my wife banging Tommy Lee. That would not be
Yeah, that's no bueno.
she'd have to get the same surgery that Tom Berenger got to put it back together.
Oh,
Hey, can I give you a picture to work on?
you're gonna have to dab that with a Q-tip, baby. Golly.
Picture of Pam's
my
vagina.
God.
Can you rebuild it like this?
One busted
Wow.
cooter. Look out.
Holy
Wow, this went
shit.
way off the fucking
Yeah.
rails.
Yeah,
Okay.
well, you
Let's
know, when
keep
we
rolling.
fuck it up royally.
Reel it
baby.
back
We ain't
in.
messing around.
Let's keep going.
Okay. Gus is shot by Judith and falls into the water. Judith forces Jack to leave with her. She drives erratically down the same stretch of road from the night of the accident, confessing to the murder of Jenny, saying she had figured everything out and had to be killed. She hid the facts from Jack so he would have plausible deniability. After the crash, she told the plastic surgeon that the man she was with was her husband, Dan. Distracted by the police helicopter, Judith loses control of the gun, and Jack grabs it, demanding she stop the car. Judith decides to kill them in a murder-suicide car crash. Jack, at the last second, rolls out while she plummets to her death. The police helicopter lands and an injured Gus Klein emerges. Gus survived his plunge into the water after being shot thanks to his asthma inhaler. The two board the helicopter with Gus referring to Jack as Dan, presumably securing Merrick's fortune for him. The helicopter lifts off, flying over the burning car at the bottom of the cliff before flying back to San Francisco. So the asthma inhaler gag is bullshit. There's no oxygen in there. It's a cute idea. It's funny, but anybody who knows anything about inhalers knows there's no oxygen in there. So that's fucking baloney.
You well versed in the inhaler?
I mean, I've got one and there's no oxygen in it. It's just fucking medicine.
Right, it's corticosteroid.
Right.
Yeah.
I didn't know
And,
you were handicapped of the lungs.
They gave it to me when I had the fucking flu last year, you goon.
Okay.
And you goon. And Judith is a shitty driver. If
Yes.
we've learned anything
Yes.
in this movie.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, she gets her just desserts. So,
Yeah.
Yeah.
I do hope that he replaces Gus's car because it was his fault that car got.
Oh,
He's got enough money. He could buy Gus 10 cars, probably.
No. Listen, there was a number given to Dan by Gus, to Jack by Gus.
Right.
Gus wasn't just like, hey, buddy, you deserve it. You're rich now. He was like, I think for 1.5, you can be Dan. What do you think?
Yeah. And also, there was a quick scene, and it's very much blink if you miss it, when they're having the flashback and Jack is gone and she says to Judith, don't do it. And she shoots Dan. He picks up Dan's wallet and puts it in his back pocket.
Yes, he does.
And
Yes.
so that makes it so he's in an accident. His face is fucking unrecognizable. They pull his
Yeah.
wallet and they say,
Yeah.
this is Dan Merrick.
That's
So
it.
Yep.
yeah, I thought that was a fun little blink and you'll miss it little thing.
So I knew that Gus wasn't dead when he got shot in the shoulder. I said it to Lynn, and we said it together. He's not dead. She shot him in the shoulder. He's fine.
He's the best character. They can't kill the best character.
And I knew he was going to come back. I was not surprised at all. I mean, let's be honest. If you got shot in the shoulder and it like broke your collarbone or shattered your shoulder or whatever, you're not going to be leaving the hospital to go like, hey, Dan, you're going to be like, hit me with some morphine. I'm going to stay in the hospital for a couple of days. We're
I'm
good.
going to lay down for about 2 weeks.
I'm
Yeah,
going to
right.
take a couple of fucking Advil and just lay down. Exactly. But, so we get Jack back in the car and Judith, racing towards this exact same cliff that she already went off with him once. Like this poor bastard. What are the chances you're going to wind up in a fucking same exact scenario with the same crazy bitch? Like, I felt bad for this dude. I really did. And you're right, Tony. When that car shoots off the highway, it looks dynamite. But only one thing was going through my mind the whole time. So it shoots off, it lands. And I can just think of when Bill Murray drives off the cliff in Groundhog Day and Chris Elliott says, he might still be alive. And then the car explodes and he goes, well, probably not now.
He might be okay. Well, probably not now.
That's just what went through my mind. Gus shows up and we get the second twist ending. The first twist is that this is Jack. It's not Dan. Second twist is Gus is going to let him take over the identity and be a millionaire. And I thought that was really great. I love this character of Jack. I love this character of fucking Gus. And I love the idea of this guy taking Dan's identity. I just thought it was great. The director did such a nice job of making this guy, Dan, who we never meet in the movie once, hateable. So you hate this character you've never seen. That's good writing.
I also question, though, how much, I mean, yes, Corbin Burnson says, you know, you guys hate each other, you treat her like shit, blah, blah, blah. I get that. But you also have to wonder, right, how much of this is also coming from Judith's side, because Judith is cheating on him. Judith, Jack's like, don't shoot him. What are you doing? And she fucking aims right for his head and fucking blows him away.
Right. Oh, yeah.
So it's like, it's like she was waiting to do that. Like Judith is fucking unhinged.
There was a flashback also of earlier in the movie of Jack shooting Dan, or Dan shooting Jack.
Dan shooting Jack.
Dan shooting Jack. And that's another one where it went off in my head. I said, this doesn't look right if this is Dan having the flashback.
Right.
This wouldn't work. This would only work if it was Jack having the flashback. So that was one of the other moments that if you were paying attention, they were dropping the crumb. Yeah.
I had two questions too. Like the first one is we never like. I kind of like wanted to know what happened with the whole Jenny thing. Like they she's dead. So her husband goes out of town and she gets murdered. No, okay, peace out. They leave her there. They just leave her there.
Yeah.
And then Gus shows up. First of all, how did he know that they were there? And second of all, how did he get so fast his arm in a sling?
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Went to the hospital. You're fine. You've been shot in the fucking meat. You're good. Mickey, great point though. What if Gus, after being shot and all this horseshit, just forgot to ever call anybody about Jenny? And then
he called the police about Jenny. He said, "There's, come to this address.
Yeah.
There's been a murder." So as far as I know, all the police are at Jenny's house right now.
Okay, so they're dusting for prints. And who comes up?
Right. What story do you put together that makes you not the murderer?
That's what I'm saying.
Yes. No, good point though. Especially with your prints all over the place.
Yeah, and if you're Dan, the only one or if you're Jack, pretending to be Dan, the only one that knows the truth now is Gus. So I'd be like, hey, I don't know, man. I knew Jenny, and she said that she was like working with a private investigator. I don't know who. And, that things weren't going well. I don't know.
Wow.
Well, the weird part too is that Hoskins' character is the only hero, if you can call him that, because everybody else in this film is a total shitbag.
For sure.
I mean, when Dan and Corbin Burnson, Berenger and Burnson are talking about the boat full that they know of nasty chemicals, don't worry, we'll just tow it out the bay and sink it. And it's like, what the fuck is wrong with you people?
Assholes.
Yeah, exactly. We're going to be developers and we're great. And
that's how
as
corporate
long as
people
nobody
do
knows
shit.
about it.
Yeah.
It's like you fucking spineless, heartless bastards. What is wrong with you? And their wives are wonderful, right up until you find out a little bit more about them and realize that they're both evil and twisted and cheating on everybody they can
Have you guys seen that new movie,
find.
The Invite with Seth Rogen and the girl from Vanilla Sky?
I haven't seen it, but it's Olivia Wilde, right?
And the girl from girl from Vanilla Sky,
Penelope Cruz.
Penelope Cruz.
I haven't seen the movie, but I know what you're talking about.
I fucking loved it. I loved it. I thought it's super artsy. But it's so good. I laughed so many times during it.
Is it a comedy or a drama?
Dramedy.
Dramedy?
Yeah. Yeah. It's
because
really
Seth
good.
Rogen's annoying, but whatever.
It's really, really good. And Edward Norton. Edward Norton is really, really good.
I love him.
Yeah, there's nothing he can't do.
And then there's another one called Is This Thing On? And I thought that was also really, really good. So those are two you might want to check out if you like fucking gay artsy movies.
Yeah, whatever. Thought you were a man's man, but now you're watching art films. Whatever.
It's true. I've been busted. All right, that's it. So that's our discussion on Shattered. I hope that you guys enjoyed it. Let's head over to the recasting couch. I'll get us started. I am going to replace Judith with Sharon Stone, and I'm going to replace our detective with the character that played Columbo, the actor that played Columbo.
Peter
with
Falk.
The actor that played Columbo.
Peter Falk, yes.
I'm going to replace the detective with Peter Falk.
There you go.
Mickey, what are you going to do for this one?
So I replaced Judith with Katie Holmes. I went full on 90s here.
Like it.
Put Katie Holmes is Judith, and Dan I'm going to swap out for either Sean Patrick Flannery or Heath Ledger.
Oh, Heath Ledger. That's nice.
I like that.
Yeah. Make for a better sex scene,
Ugh,
I guess.
by a
I
lot.
imagine.
Yeah.
Tony's like, oh, for sure.
Oh, behave. The sad part is Des is more interested in the man in the sex scene than
I'm
the
not-
woman, which
I'm
is
not-
a little
I'm
nerve-wracking, but
I'm
whatever.
That's weird.
Yeah, you're weird. It's okay. We like you.
Keep going.
So I
ahead,
replaced the actress that played Judith. I did not care for her so much, and I replaced her with Kelly Preston, who used to be married to
John
John Travolta.
Yeah, there you go.
He died,
Jackie,
right?
you never trust a guitar player. No, yeah.
You know, that just won't get old, will it?
It never will.
No.
Tony.
Never.
No.
That's right.
All right,
I
go
was
ahead.
actually
All right.
listening to that a couple weeks ago and crying as I was driving.
That
down
is a
the street.
funny episode. If you guys haven't heard it, check out the Staying Alive episode.
And then don't forget Urban Cowboy.
So Staying Alive and Urban Cowboy, both John Travolta vehicles, both very funny. Very funny.
Broken
reviews.
down, but John Travolta vehicles. Yes.
Correct,
They were
correct.
broken, but all right. So I had to join the group and replace Greta Sachi as Jenny and I'm sorry, not Jenny, Judith.
Judith.
And I went with a little more current version. I went with Charlize Theron. Excuse
like
me,
that.
can't speak.
Oh yeah.
Just because I need somebody who can be evil and more devious
Where-
and whatever.
Where do
And
I know
then
her from?
She's Furiosa.
Oh, great.
Yeah.
Yeah. Awesome.
Yeah. And then Tom Berenger had to go, although I like Tom in other roles. This was not his forte. I needed to class up the joint, so I decided
Oh,
to go
nice.
with Jeremy.
You know, now that you've said
Ooh.
Charlize Theron and I said Furiosa, if I'm thinking you put Tom Hardy in as Dan,
Oh,
that
yeah.
would be pretty great
Yeah,
too.
That's pretty
Yeah,
cool.
Tom Hardy is a jack of all trades. There's not
Sure.
much he can't do, so
I
he is
love me
good.
some Tom.
Yeah, you roll those ocean waves over Tom and you're going. You're golden.
I'd be
No,
on the beach
unfortunately-
with Tom.
Dear, nothing personal. I know it's a movie about cheating lovers. But
All
don't
right,
get
let's
any
do
ideas.
some final thoughts and some rewatch scores on this one. So I really enjoyed it. It had a super tight script, decent acting. It was fine. It wasn't great, but it was fine. Got the job done. Great double twist ending. I was in full investigation mode the entire time. It grabbed my attention. Delynn did not want to watch the movie. She came in the room for 5 minutes, sat down, watched the whole thing. So I know it's a good movie. My rewatch score is a robust 3.8. It's a fucking good movie.
Wow.
Yeah, I thought it was
Okay.
I thought it was really good. I just if you like Tony said, if you just class up the acting a little bit in this one, it's fucking right there with fucking Usual Suspects. It's great. Mickey, what's your score?
So like I said, I saw this several times when it first came out. And I hadn't seen it since. And so I did forget a little bit about it. And for me, like it was still really good, but it didn't hold up like I had hoped. I watched it this time and I felt a little bit let down. But I think it has a really cool premise. And I loved all the little twists and the little hints and the like Delynn said, the misdirections and the breadcrumbs. The acting could have been way better, and I really did not like Greta Sachi or Scotchy or whatever her name is much at all. But I think I would give this a 3.25.
3.25. Delynn, what's your score?
I'm going to go a little bit lower than you guys. It's still above average. I had fun watching it. The story is really what saved it. It was not the acting. And I feel like they spent a lot of money on the the special effects with the cars going off the cliffs, and which is not wrong because that's a big part of the movie. But when you put that into that instead of putting it into your actors, you kind of get what you pay for, right? So I'm gonna go 2.8.
Wow, weird score, Dylan. I actually picked the exact same number, so good on
did
you.
you?
Yeah. Like Mickey, it wasn't a fine wine. It didn't age super well for me.
Right.
It did have, like we all said, it did have chops. Great script. I'm a huge Wolfgang Peterson fan, like his work, and I enjoyed the film in total, but it did have a few moments that were cringy and bad and needed love and attention. But like I said, 2.8 and enjoyable, but like we both kind of talked about,
I probably wouldn't watch it again.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
Yeah, I wouldn't either.
Yeah, I don't think it goes into the heavy rotation.
The funny thing is, though, like a movie like Usual Suspects, even though I know the twist ending, I would watch it again.
Oh,
so
yeah.
that's the difference.
Yeah.
Because the acting is stellar.
All right,
Yeah,
I
you
went
really-
too high. I went too high.
Well, that's
I
too
wanna
bad. I've
change
already
my
scored
score.
it.
I
No,
wanna
Yeah.
change my score.
already scored.
Sorry.
Fuck.
You know you can't do it, bro.
Fuck.
You tried that with Neighbors.
I went
Come
too
on.
high. I went too high. Fucked up.
It's okay.
Okay.
It's
all
okay.
right.
All right.
Bro,
You want me to
it's
tell you where
just-
it
It's
is?
just a
Yep.
movie review.
I'll tell you where it is.
Do
Okay,
it.
so it comes in at number 95. It has a 3.162,
Like that.
which brings it in right underneath Trick or Treat and right above The Burbs.
Oh, The Burbs is way
All
better
right.
than this.
Okay. You're only a little biased. That's why we like you.
Holy shit. All right.
The sad part is that heat is underneath The Burbs with 3.0.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Wow.
Oh my God.
Ah, it's a crime.
I think all the Al Pacino weird sex stuff really freaked us
It
out.
was weird. It was, dude. Oh God. You.
Yeah, but you got to think too. You don't get a movie like Heat that, Michael Mann is just the shit,
Yeah,
and
it's
the
good.
action scenes
Oh,
are
yeah.
perfect, and the choreography is excellent. And you won't get to enjoy De Niro Pacino
Yeah.
face to
No,
face
the
again
Bur-
like
No,
that.
there's a lot to love,
It's
but there
just
was also
consummate.
stuff that dragged it down for
the
me.
Burbs-
So
Right. I mean, it's not a movie for everybody because it's all
The
one
Burbs.
thing.
Very
and
long.
The
nothing
Burbs
other,
probably shouldn't be above a De Niro Pacino vehicle.
and yet it is.
Okay.
And yet it is.
Okay.
Score one for
It's
Carrie
okay.
Fisher.
Hey, these are our opinions. You formulate your own, right? We ask the listener to
All
do
right,
his
we'll be
own-
back in 2
their own
weeks where
work.
we'll be reviewing Friday the 13th, Part 5. And on our sister podcast next week, Violent Vinyl Radio, we will be breaking down the self-titled debut album from Danger Danger. So there you go. Bang, bang. Till next time, I just have one question for you. Hey, did you ever see that movie? See you next time.